Well, here we are again, and you can see the project is moving forward, as they all do, too fast. So this is the completed chassis, and now you can see it out of the body. We took it back out so that we could complete all the welds and add just little gussets and brackets and little things to complete the build. Look, we cut the cross member loose, and we made plates up, bolted it in. It's just going to be a little easier to service the clutch or the trans. We cut one of the brackets that hold the steering column because it stuck out a little bit too far, and it made it difficult to pull the engine out of the bottom of the frame or lift the car and chassis off of the engine. I wanted to have all the options open so we can pull the engine out of the top. We can pull the engine and trans out of the bottom, or just the trans, very serviceable. But you can see the complete truss system now. And I call this area from here to here, I call that the superstructure. And the reason for that is that's where all the torque load and all the, really all the horsepower is going through that part of the frame. And the reason it stops here is that the ladder bars bolt in this position. So the rear end actually does, think of this as a big hinge. The rear end actually pivots here. So that's where all the torque from the engine, rear end, trans is from here to the front. So everything is trussed into position. This bar actually fits around the back of the distributor on the engine, so you can get an idea where that goes. The firewall will be here. These bars, I designed this so that these would bolt into position, and the reason for that is you wouldn't be able to drop the body on. So these will be off. The body will drop into this area. These tabs actually fit through the floorboard, and then there's a hole in the firewall of the car. So you slide this bar through the hole, bolt it here, and bolt it to this tab within the car. And these are really, this is kind of the front floorboard in this area, so these aren't even going to be in the way. The door is around 6 inches in the front, so you're not even going to know that these are here. But what that does is that ties this superstructure together. Everything is, all the welds are completed, all the gussets are in. We use this fixture table to keep everything clamped. We would clamp and we'd weld a little here, back and forth. You need to do that because steel is going to pull, even though it's clamped. You wouldn't want to be in a situation where you do all the welding and you undo the clamps and it bounces up like a banana.
Well, these are nice welds.
Yeah, my son's doing all the welding. He's really a better welder than I. So I can lay it out, cut the steel and clamp, and he can keep the welding going, and we get everything done quickly.
And so describe the logic behind these open tubes again.
Well, what I've done here is this frame is designed to fit into an existing factory replacement body. This isn't a kit car. So the frame is it's somewhat dictated to the bottom of the car, and I needed this offset. And of course, you lose a lot of strength when you start putting an offset in. I didn't want the one tube welded on the face and the other, you'd get kind of an oil canning. So what we've done is we put these fish plates to distribute the load. So we're not pivoting the load off the face of a piece of rectangle tube. Although this tube is only 1/8 inch wall, I want to keep this thing light. And so what we've done is we've added these plates to distribute the load, more of what you'd see on unibody construction. And so it also has a plate on the back side to pick up the back of the frame. And this is gusseted in because I have the panhard rod, which holds the rear end located left and right. You go around a corner and get some side loads. So what I did here is we punched holes through and we connected it with a tube. So essentially what we're doing is we're connecting the face load to this face load, and it keeps everything square, kind of distributes the load.
Nice.
Yeah, it's coming along. So the next step is put the We're going to actually put the frame into the body because the body's on the hoist, kind of in the reverse, but it's the same thing. I've got some fixturing that'll hold the body off the ground, and then we'll slide the frame underneath, and then we'll mount that up on the hoist, and we'll lift the hoist up with the frame to the bottom of the body, and then we'll bolt it into position.
Awesome.
It's coming.